Okay, so now we're on to the colouring of Tinkerbell, and just going to do a few techniques that make the drawing look a lot more realistic. Things that you see on a lot of Disney animation colourings is they have, next to the outlines, they have a darker shade of what the colour inside is going to be, and so I'm going to do the outside line in a felt tip to make that stand out, and then the rest will be in pencil. Also, I've drawn in her bow here. I didn't do that on the video. All you have to do is follow the line of the head all the way across, basically. Just like bring it up a little bit in the middle, like into more of a dome shape, just to bring it out a little bit more. So, right, start with the hair. Just obviously got blonde hair, so I'm going to use this like fluorescent yellow colour for the outline. You'll see what I mean. So you just do the outline. And this is like a dirty brown yellow. It's the closest I could get to like the skin colour. They use like a really dark skin colour for the outline on the animation, so this should do. We'll see what happens. And then you have the outlines. You want to avoid doing the outline thing on the small places, like the blue that will be on there and the blue around there, purely because the space after you've done the outline would be too small to like make an effect. So it's better if you just stick to the shading with a pencil on the smaller areas. First I'm going to look with the fine liner again. You can use a black felt tip obviously, but I'm just going to use this. For the around her eyes she's got like mascara, and so I'm just going to fill in that a little bit more. Just like that. And also the pupils. It's good if you do it with the blackest thing possible. So like rather than using a black pencil, use a felt tip or a fine liner, just to bring out the just like how black it really is. Okay, so now all the outlines have been done. So a good way to colour is to make the 3D effect by imagining that there's a light shining on it, and so one side, like a head, would go around, so on this section it would all be very dark, and then it would fade into a lighter on this side. If you do that, you need to do it everywhere on the page, otherwise it won't look right. It's everywhere that you can imagine there would be a shadow cast on her face, kind of thing. So if you do it there, you'd be able to do it there as well, where the hair comes out from the face, and there, and there. And so also to make it look better, rather than just using the one colour, like I'm going to use this for her hair, but then for the shadow I'm going to add this darker yellow in, just to give it more of an effect. And so you just want to shade. A good way to get an even colour on it is to shade the lightest possible and then keep layering over it rather than pressing down really hard with your pencil straight away. So that's nice. I'm just going to do all there. So now we're going to add the dark part. So I'm going to imagine that the light is shining from this side, so the dark is going to be on this side. And that is the hair done and dusted. This part, the dark can go quite far over because the ribbon pulling the hair in would create such a crease there that the shadow would come over her head a bit, and so you can take the shadow quite far over there. So now for the face. She has really light fair skin. You want to look for one of these colours if you can find one. And just for the darker parts, with this like actual pink, because it's such a strong pink, you're not going to need to really dig in to bring it out. It will show up quite strongly. So you just want to do the same. So as I said, left the pencil in, so I had a guideline for the dark part to bring the nose out from the face. Now it's going to be quite difficult, so just bear with me with this. Right, so now for the eyes, I can't find. Hang on. So for the eyes, even though they're white, to be able to show the shadow on them, use a grey. And if you just you leave the white part just white as it would be, and then use the grey just to bring out the shadow from the sides like that. If you like curve your pencil, it'll give your eye more of a rounded feel to it. Same with the teeth. Okay, so now the blue for the eyes. She's got an extremely blue eye. I don't have the best colouring pencil for the blue that her eyes are. So I'm going to use this turquoise and this darker blue, and we'll just see what happens. Because it don't really matter, as it's your drawing, you can do what you want. I want to put these little shiny parts in the eyes. If you do the circle first and don't colour inside the circle, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you'll see when I shade it. Shade this first colour really light and don't shade in the circle. And try and make it an even shade. So like less lines and like just make circular movement with your pencil, and then you leave the shiny points. Now with your eye, if you look in the mirror or something, you'll see on the edge of the pupil is a lot darker than next to the black iris in the middle. So when you're colouring, when you use your dark colour, do the thick line first, like this, touching your guideline where you've drawn the pupil. Be careful not to go into that shiny part. And then just like blend it in a little bit to the middle. There's one eye. Here's the other. I'll just do a close-up of the eyes. So you've got the shiny part, the grey on the white, and then your dark outside just blending into the middle, and it makes it look like very human. The eyes are important because if you don't, like if I was to just leave all those white with that dark, with that black iris, she'd look like a true killer. So you know, just make her look very human-like, and the shiny parts on the eyes make eyes look very, very human. So they're good to like incorporate. And finally, oh no, not finally, but you know, she's got red lips. So I'm going to use this red. I'm also going to fill in a little bit with some pink, just to give it an effect, a shiny effect. So if you go around the bottom line, like that, and then blend it a little bit with lighter strokes, and then fill the rest in with just a pink. It'll make her lips look very nice and shiny, like so. I'm gonna try, and I didn't draw this in very well, I'm just gonna try and give her a bit of a top lip as well. So if I just follow the line at first and make it maybe a little bit thicker in the middle. Go. And now the final part is just the ribbon. So you just want to do this as you did the rest of it, darker on this side and lighter to that side. I'm going to use the same colours as I used for the eyes because it came out very nice. So there's that, and then the main part dark on this side. lighter as you go across. And there's Tinkerbell. I'm going to do a close-up of just like the different parts. So you can see the shading of the different colours. Where we did the eyelids, you'd shade very dark in there because it's like concaved into the face, and so it would be a shadow. I ripped the page a bit there while I was rubbing out, which wasn't very clever. And if you want to get rid of these lines, just use an eraser and then just colour over it again. And there she is.